Okay, the time is up now. So you can start speaking now, Shana.
Okay, so now I'm going to speak about rules. The first ever rule in my whole life started from my home life. My mom gave me a rule that you need to eat on time, just a simple rule.
Mm-hmm.
And all rules start from the childhood, starts from the home life and school. Rules are nothing but it's just for you to be disciplined. It's
Yes.
just made for you to be more disciplined. And you may ask, the rules in my school was I always used to speak at class, and that's a rule I broke. In my school, there's a rule that you need to keep quiet during class, but I just don't shut my mouth and I keep talking with my friends. So
Okay.
that's the first rule I broke
Okay.
in my life.
Mhm.
Then my teacher really punished me for that, and later on I understood that you should not really speak on class, and I just stopped talking to everyone during class, and later on my concentration, my focus, everything improved. Then I understood you must follow the rules.
Okay. So I think,
And
like, though you can speak in the classroom, but I think you might be speaking unnecessarily with the friends. That is why your teacher was little upset.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she was upset about that, and later on she told me, please stop talking during the class because you're not concentrating and you're not also letting your friends concentrate. And later on I understood.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, like some people,
So
you understood this thing, but some people they never obey rules. What do you want to say about them?
people who never obey the rules, first the rules start with the school. If they didn't obey that, I've seen a lot of people who never obey the school's rules, and mostly they are really not very disciplined or obedient. So it starts from there, and slowly they start becoming a bad person who is not disciplined, obedient, and it will start from there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right. And what other type of like what did your teacher do to stop you from unnecessarily speaking? What did she tell you? Would you like to tell us about that?
Yeah, so the first time it was my English class, and I just didn't stop speaking to my friends. I was speaking about my routine, and my teacher noticed that, and she punished me for that. And later on she told me that you should not really speak during class, because, and she also asked whatever and she also asked that what did you learn in today's English class. And I said, ma'am, I really didn't concentrate, I was just talking to my friends. And she said that, see, it's just taking your concentration slowly, and you're also taking your friends concentration and not letting them to focus. So just stop talking or else I'll punish you and take you to the principal. And I was so scared, and I just stopped talking during class.
Okay. So are there certain rules which you think that they are unnecessary? Like maybe be it in school or at home, certain rules you feel that they are not required.
Okay, so the first rule I think unnecessary is, in my school there's a rule, whenever you raise your hand like this, your questions or your doubts will not be cleared. You need to raise your hand like fully up, and I found that that's unnecessary.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. And at home, anything at home that you feel that this rule is unnecessary?
That's really unnecessary, I guess.
Mhm. So at home, anything you feel that no, this rule is also unnecessary, this is not required.
No, in my home there are just simple rules. You need to eat on time, you have to finish your homework on time, and you need to study on time. You have to study for at least 2 hours a day, and you need to study maths for at least 4 hours. And you need to like see your mobile for only 1 hour. You need to, yeah,
Okay.
you need to know like
Hmm.
you should not use any like unnecessary apps. You should only use like
Appropriate
apps which
apps. Take
yeah,
note.
no, not like that, not like that, like apps which can increase your knowledge like that.
Huh, they should be used, but the unnecessarily wasting your time on something that your parents might be telling you not to use them. Yeah.
Actually I spend when I was 7 years old, I used to spend like 2 hours screen time on just playing Angry Birds, and I found it very unnecessary. And I just uninstalled the app and I downloaded some productive
Yes, that's
apps
good.
which will increase your productivity.
That's good. So, Shana, let us talk about those people who break serious rules and like the criminals. How should the society react to them?
Okay, so the society need to first, if a person is stealing something from other person, they need to ask that, are you poor, or like why you're doing that. And the next is they need to take action on them. According to the law, they need to take action on them, and yeah, it goes on. They need to be arrested for that.
Okay. So, what kind of punishments would you suggest? Some like very serious punishments, or some kind of like reformative acts that like they should be sent to some kind of rehabilitation
Okay,
center or
so
something?
if a person, a criminal, stole something from a person, they need to go get arrested. But if they killed them and murdered them and did that, I guess they need to be hanged, because there are a lot of laws like that, like
Okay.
rules.
So, you think that capital punishment is needed in certain like crimes?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Mhm.
certain times.
Okay. So, what should be the first step? Like, if somebody is a beginner in the field of crime, what should be the first step of bringing a reform in that person's attitude?
Mm,
If somebody
ma'am,
is,
actually,
yes.
yeah. You see, in prison, what they'll do is they'll just go lock them in prison, and they'll just be so lonely. But other than that, I think that in prison there need to be some discipline classes, and some classes which will make them more disciplined, obedient, and make them feel like whatever they did, and to make them understand their mistake. So that will be more better, other than just locking them in one dirty place.
Right, right. So, anything else you want to add to this topic before we finish this conversation? Anything you want to add regarding rules?
Okay, so rules, you need to obey some rules which are sensible and which is for you. Like if your grandfather told you that you should not do like that, this there are also some rules. So if you do that, you'll become like less disciplined and everything. You'll become a bad person. So just start following the rules your mom gives you, your dad gives you, and in your school, you'll become more disciplined and you'll become a better person.
All right, thank you, Shana. So this is the end of your speaking assessment test for IGCSE ESL. We have finished with like all parts, and I'll be sharing your feedback with you very soon. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, ma'am.